Hey everybody, I'm Odin, and today we are starting a probably brief playthrough of Into Evil. So this game just came out, and on Steam it's described as a blend between Hotline Miami and Dark Souls. Now I'm a huge fan of Hotline Miami, not really a fan of Dark Souls, but it turns out that this is it's pretty tasty. It is a dungeon crawler, and you know, if you're familiar with this channel, we're all about dungeon crawlers here. And so I figured, you know what, let's play it on the channel for a little bit. So I just got it today, and I've only played it for about an hour. And I tried it with both keyboard and mouse and controller, and it turns out that this is definitely meant to be played with a controller. You can do either one, but it's definitely so much better with a controller, and that's kind of a shame because I don't like using controllers, but here I am with a controller. And so you can do a prologue here. It's a tutorial, and it's actually kind of difficult. But I'm not going to go back through that again. I'm going to go right into the game here. So when you hit Descend, you get to choose your class here. Now, I'm assuming that you will unlock different classes at I don't know, by accomplishing things. As far as I can tell, you can change your color here, because obviously you can see you can play up to 4-player co-op. You can even do split-screen co-op if you want with local. So I can go through all these colors here. But as far as I know, this is the only class that I have access to right now, or so it seems. So I'm going to select that. So here's what the game looks like. And you're always going to start off your descent in this particular place, but the game, other than that, is always procedurally generated. And the controls, they're kind of, at first they might seem a little intimidating, but I got the hang of them after a couple of minutes. And there's still only one mechanic that I'm really not sure about, and I'll explain that when we get to it, when it becomes relevant. And I'm also going to say right now, I am going to die a million billion times in this game. Do not expect me to be good. First of all, I just started playing it. Second of all, I'm terrible at games anyway. So anyway, we have a sword in our right hand, and there's 2 attacks with it. This one, and this one. And then we have a torch in our left hand, and it has either this thing you can do with it, or you can actually attack with the torch. Then you can cycle between items in your left and right hand. You can have 2 items in your left hand and 2 items in your right hand for a grand total, that's right, of 4 items. Now, if you go to this start menu here, you can look at your defenses, your equipment, carried items, essence, invocations, which are spells, and status. So if I go to defenses here, right now I'm not wearing any armor of any kind, so I have poise of 0. I think the higher the poise is, the less you get staggered when you are struck by something. Here's the equipment I actually have on, which is a tunic and some boots, and then obviously you see over here my torch and my short sword that does 2 slashing. You can see that the 2 slashing is the main attack, and the parry an enemy's blow, knocking them away, that's the secondary that I was showing you. So again, the secondary is a parry for this, and it varies on the weapon. These are your carried items. You can carry up to 4 items. Right now we have 2 health potions that restore 4 vitality, and we'll see what that looks like momentarily. This Vitae or Vitae stuff, there's like a red version of this that heals you, and then there's a multicolored version that you use to like level up. And there's one of the multicolored ones on every level. Invocation is magic, and then status would be effects, blessings, charms, and also debuffs. So anyway, if we go here and examine the statue, we kind of get the gist of what's going on. So you can ask questions like, who are you? What is this place? Basically, here's what happened. There's a tower, there's some evil dude or person in the tower, and they started killing everybody in the countryside and kidnapping people, and so you have ventured into the tower for some reason. Okay, so also, as you just saw there is a dodge, and when you do that, you lose some of your stamina, as you can see, and then the stamina regenerates. So we're going to go up here and descend deeper. So this is basically how every run is going to start, and you see this like map right there. Alright, also you can sneak, by the way, right here, and if you sneak up behind enemies, you can usually one-tap them in the back as long as they haven't caught sight of you. Not only is vision and light a thing, but sound is also a thing, so you don't want to be loud, you don't want to hit your weapon against the wall unless you're trying to get some attention. Now this room is always going to be the same at the start of your run. And there's this engraving here. O sinner, this is thy reward. Behold the face of thy new master. And now it's always going to be different from here on out. So the first thing I want to do is be sneaking. I don't want to get anyone's attention if I don't have to right now. Like I said, this is procedurally generated. Now my torch is lit, but if it were not lit, I could hold it under this torch right here and light it. I could also take this torch. Now the thing that I told you there's a mechanic that I still don't really understand. It's not really a mechanic. It's that I don't... Well, again, I'll show you when it happens. That's not a good enough example. Alright, you don't want to walk through the fire. Again, we're creeping. Now, you might think, what good is it to be creeping like this if I have a torch out? So I'm going to put the torch away, and now you see how the eye symbol changed. If I break the torch back out, we're highly visible. If I get rid of it, we're not so visible. So we're going to do that. We can search these corpses here, and it looks like there is an unlit torch there, but I don't need another torch right now. Alright, now over there, there might be an enemy, and then there's someone who's like being tortured. I think the guy closest to us is an enemy, but I can't really... Yes, it is. Now, you can lock on to enemies, by the way. Oh, there's two of them. Okay, I thought it was just one. Okay, and they saw me, so I'm going to stop sneaking. I'm going to back up. And I'm going to try to surprise him as he comes around, like so. And like that. I might as well bust out the torch so I can see a little better. Okay, I thought one of these guys was like a torture victim. Okay, now it turns out those were both enemies. Okay. Alright. Back to sneaking here. Alright. So, what do we have here? We have a gate, it looks like. Now, by the way, there's going to be places where water is falling down. If you're holding a lit torch, it will put your torch out. Also, you can, like, dodge through fire, but I usually end up getting burnt when I try it anyway. But let's just try it for the sake of demonstration. Yeah, that did not work. But it tells you in the tutorial that you can do that. Uh-oh, I think I aggroed somebody. Alright. I'm just trying to see what they're going to do. Oh, okay. Now, it's going to give you little tutorial things there on the bottom left. So it says every weapon is unique. Swords can parry enemy blows. With proper timing, by the way, I guess I never saw this one before when I was playing earlier because I didn't parry. So you're not going to see the other tutorial messages. So it says... You can intercept an attack and knock the aggressor away, and you can use this to knock them into... Okay. Yeah, there's places where there's spikes on the wall, and I always wondered, how can I knock people into those spikes? Well, there's your answer. Interesting. Okay. Alright, so you see I'm missing one of my health hearts, you know, Zelda style. If I want to use one of these health potions, it can restore up to 4, I believe. But of course I would be dead if I had 0. Let's pull this lever. Alright, so a door opens somewhere. I don't know where exactly. I'm going to go back into sneak mode. Now, you'll see things like this right here. It's like a wooden panel. We can break through this. Again, here's some water falling down, so I don't want to have my torch out when I walk under it. Also, I see an enemy right there. I'm going to try to sneak up behind him. Okay, I don't know how that dude saw me. I guess he heard me was what it was. And we're getting torn up here. Alright, I'm going to use a health potion, by the way. And I'm going to bust the torch out. I'm not sure. I guess here's a pebble that you can throw at enemies to briefly stagger them or, of course, make sound. Just like with your weapons, you can only carry 4 weapons. You can only carry 4 items also. I'm still trying to figure out the stealth, exactly how it works. So that's another torch. Okay, so that guy, I guess that means he saw me when you see that line right there. I'm guessing that's what that means. Now, see, you see there's some spikes there. I wonder if I can time my parry. I just want to see if I can get a parry to work. Okay, I failed miserably there. Let's try it again. Oh, okay, got it that time. Okay. Oop, that was bad. This guy is... What is this guy? I still haven't killed him? Are you serious? Alright, he's dead. I don't think I've met one of those enemies before. Now there was someone else in here. Did they see me? I don't know, but I'm going to use my other health potion, I think. Which is not good, clearly. Oh, there was not another dude. Okay, let's bring the torch out in. Alright, what do we got? Whoops. What do we got in this chest? We have a crossbow. So here was the thing I was talking about earlier. Right now, when I pick up this crossbow, I don't know what hand it's going to go into. Alright, so it went to my left hand. So in my left hand, I can choose between the torch and the crossbow. My question is, when I have 2 items for each hand and I go to pick something new up, I don't know how to choose the hand that picks it up. That is my one thing I still have never figured out. The only workaround I've found is that if you're carrying 2 items in each hand, you drop an item in one hand that you want to pick something up in, and then it should automatically go to that hand when you pick something up. But it seems to automatically go to your right hand. You might not be able to tell what I'm talking about, but you'll see it soon enough. Alright, let's, can we see without the torch right now? Not really. So we can try sneaking, but it's kind of pointless with the torch, I think. I need to be much more careful because we don't have any more health potions. Normally I would find a bunch of weapons by now, it seems like, but have not. Okay, I'm going to put the torch out so I can walk under here. By the way, you can get a wet status effect if you walk under the water, and that'll make you more vulnerable to lightning damage. Okay, so now, okay, he did not see me, so the line does not mean he saw me. I'm going to try to sneak up on him. Yeah, there we go. Awesome. Alright, we cannot take his shield. Okay, so there's the wet debuff, by the way. Now, if I walk under here and just let this happen again, and then we go to our status, it'll say, you are wet, the water covering you may interact with other elements, and it shows an icon for lightning. Okay, I just walked into some spikes on the wall. That was not good. Okay, I'm glad that's a statue and not an enemy. Alright, doesn't seem to be anything over here. What was that? Oh, it's a torch. Nothing on these tables for me. There's another pebble. I'll pick that up. That seems to be everything around here. And by the way, I don't know if torches have like a durability, if you will, and they burn out after a time. I don't think they do, but even if they did, there's all kinds of lit torches you'll find where you can relight them, so it's alright. That probably hurts you, by the way. That's probably smoke or steam, but I haven't tried walking over that, and I'm not going to. Now, I opened a door with a lever earlier, and I don't know what door that was. It might have been this, or I might have opened that anyway, I don't know. But let's creep. There is like a spark in the dark atmosphere to this game, if you're familiar with that game, and I do play it on this channel. Okay, this dude didn't see me. He's still... Okay, did he see me? I think he saw me now. Okay, I'm going to shoot him. Oh, I don't have any bolts. Okay. Okay, I'm going to try to parry an attack here. Oh, he's blowing... He's blowing a horn. I just realized he was blowing a horn. I haven't seen that before. Boreal Pot. Hurl at foes to freeze them in ice. I haven't seen this either. I'm going to keep that active. Okay, so he obviously got some people's attention. And why am I bothering with the crossbow if I don't have any ammo for it? I don't know. Alright, what do we got? Some gold here. I don't know what the gold is. Oh, a lantern. So how is that any different from the torch? I don't... Now, you see how it went into my right hand? That's because I had an empty slot in my right hand. But I think now... Yeah, now I have 4 items. So, if we pause the game... Oh, this will take you to the settings, by the way. But if we go back here to equipment, now you see 4 items. Lantern, sword, torch, and crossbow. So now when I go to pick something up, I think it will automatically try to put it in my right hand. See how it says torch? No, it's not. See, it says torch versus torch. That means I will exchange the torch for that torch. So it'll go to my left hand. I don't know how to get that torch into my right hand unless I drop something in my right hand. And now if I pick it up, it will go to my right hand like that. See, I don't know if there's a better way of doing that, but I'm going to pick my sword back up, obviously. That's the one thing I'm confused about. Alright, let's get rid of the torch. Just so I can sneak. Obviously, I don't have any ammo for this crossbow. And you'll find ammo, obviously, when you find an enemy that uses this weapon. But it can also be in chests. Oh, and by the way, yes, when you get to the end of the floor, as far as I know, I've never gotten to the end of this first floor, but at the end of the tutorial, okay, someone's blowing a horn. There are Dark Souls style bosses, by the way. Now, I don't think I can. No, I can't back through there. Whoa! This is the guy. Yeah, I was like, where is the dude with the horn? Alright, so pull the lever. That's probably this door, so I need to get ready. I tried to parry, but it didn't work. Okay. I actually got some of that Vipie essence. Sometimes enemies will drop little red motes, and that's basically like healing potion stuff, if you will. Here I keep seeing torches and pebbles. I'm just trying to see if I can find anything useful around here. Okay, here's a chest. Ooh, longsword, yeah. So here's the thing, if I want to... I don't really need this crossbow, I don't have any ammo for it, so I'm going to throw it on the ground. And then pick up this longsword, and now we're dual wielding up in here. And I want to check what this longsword's secondary attack is. It's a parry also. Okay. Yeah, we're going to do a wheel for right now. Now, we do have our torch, remember? So let's go back over here. Let's try sneaking. I'm highly visible still. I guess that's because it's well lit around here. Now, what is that? I don't know what this is. Oh, okay, gonna have to find a key for that. Okay, so it's a locked chest. That opened a door. Not the chest, I take it. No. Alright, let's sneak again. This doesn't look safe. That looks like a trap or something, potentially. That opened that door. We might as well go this way. Now, why am I able to see in here? So, what is going on? Did I pick up that lantern and I forgot? That's right. I don't even need the torch. I didn't... Oh, man, okay. So here's the torch. I'm going to drop it so I have another open slot. I forgot. Like, why can I see... Why is everything so well lit? I don't get it. And it's because of this lantern. Now, how do I turn the lantern off is a good question, because it's not an item and it's not... technically not one of the weapons, so I don't know how to turn it off. It's a good learning moment for all of us. Can be lit and unlit on command, but it doesn't tell me how. Again, it's not one of those items, so we're just going to have light forever is what's going to happen, because I don't know how to turn it on or off. So I don't know why I'm sneaking. Ooh, battle axe. So it can cleave through many foes. Now, will it go into my right hand? No, because I only have one item here, so it would go to my left. That's fine. That's fine. We'll use it. So, the axe. The secondary for the axe is a great swing that cleaves. The regular attack does not cleave, I guess. That one, or that one. Okay, we can't get through that door right now. Alright, we can bust through this. Again, no point in sneaking when I have this lantern. Ooh, okay, this could be interesting. Let me try this cleave thing. It didn't really work. I wanted to parry. I really need to study their moves to figure out when to parry. Oh, I'm dead. I'm gonna die. This is not good. This is really... I'm dead. Alright. So that's actually pretty good timing, though. So yeah, that's going to be it for this first episode, but I am planning on playing several of these just to get, for me, to get a better feel for the game, and also just hopefully you'll enjoy it. I'm still thinking about the attack animations and how I was trying to remember them so next time I could maybe parry those guys, but we'll see how it goes next time. Thank you very much for hanging out. I appreciate it very much. Please hit like and subscribe if you would like to, and I will see you all next time.